Hi, I'm Jordan with Lily White Designs.
And I'm Amy from A Blossoming Life.
And today we're going to make liquid laundry detergent.
Yep, it's a really cheap and frugal way to make laundry detergent. Most other laundry detergent, like Tide, is about 22 cents a load. This stuff is half a penny, so it'll help you save a lot of money.
And it works just as good as anything that you'd buy at the store, and it makes a lot of it.
It does, and it's super simple.
Here we go. This is my first time making liquid laundry detergent. Before I had bought the big things of liquid laundry at Sam's, and it was considerably cheaper than buying just a small thing of Tide at Walmart or Kroger or anything like that. But this is, in large amounts, way cheaper than even the one that I bought at Sam's. So since I've never done it, Amy's going to kind of walk me through how you do it, how much of each ingredient you use, and that kind of thing. So, Amy, go ahead.
Okay, well, the things that you're going to need today is you're going to need borax, washing soda, a bar of Fells Napa soap, and also a 5-gallon bucket. There is 2 different ways to do this recipe. You can use 2 5-gallon buckets or just 1. I choose to do 1 and then use less of the product in the washing machine. And then also you're going to need a pot of boiling water and a spoon. So I have already measured out 1 cup of borax, 1 cup of washing soda, and I have grated a bar of that Fells Naphtha soap. You can see I grind it really finely, and this will melt really quickly. So, like I said, we have put boiling water in here, and it's about halfway full. That's because this can boil over really easily, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to only put it halfway and stir in the ingredients really slowly. So we're going to start off by adding our soap. Add it in there for me.
Stir it.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just add it in slowly. Beautiful. We're going to mix it in and just let it melt.
How long does it usually take for it to melt?
Oh, it depends on how thick the grate is. So if you're a really thin grate, it's probably going to only take a few minutes. But if it's really thick, or you just did like chopped up in chunks, it'll take, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just depending. But this, honestly, it will probably be done in like approximately 3 more seconds.
Okay. 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Really great. Should we add it up?
Sure. Okay. So now we're going to add in, this is 1 cup of washing soda. Yep. Stir that in. Alright, and now I add the borax in. Be careful not to splash it on yourself. Alright, so now we're just going to mix this and watch it really carefully because we don't want it to boil over. And you'll notice that it's already starting to thicken up. Washing soda really makes things thick. If you see other recipes with washing soda in it, it will thicken things up really quickly. So I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. It's on high. You see how much thicker that is?
Yeah.
Okay, it really doesn't look that thick, but it is.
It's starting to get slightly jelly.
Yeah. Okay. Now that everything's incorporated and that everything is kind of melted down, we'll turn it off in just a second, and then we're gonna pour it into our 5-gallon bucket. All right, now that everything's incorporated, we're gonna pour this water into or this mixture into our 5-gallon bucket, and be careful not to splash or burn yourself. Obviously, yeah, that would be really bad. So hopefully I'll be strong enough to do this. Okay, watch out, Jordan.
It actually smells really good. The Fells Naphtha soap has a really fresh scent, so
I just burned myself.
the vapors coming out from it smell really clean, so it's a good sign. Hopefully the clothes will smell that clean.
They do.
Yeah,
it works. So we have some water running right now, hot water, and we're just going to take, one of these fancy little gadgets, and we're just going to fill it all the way up with the water. About when it's partially mixed, this would be the point that if you wanted to split it into 2 5-gallon buckets, you could, and then you'd fill both up with this hot water.
This is actually really simple. The reason why I hadn't done the liquid kind, I had actually done the powder kind before, which is basically the same recipe, but you just leave it in powder form, and I kept mine in a Ziploc bag, shook it up, put a couple tablespoons in the washing machine.
That one's actually a little bit more expensive because you have to use a little bit, you have to use more, and you're not getting quite as much.
But this recipe is really simple, so I will probably be changing and doing this one from now on.
That's good. Well, now that this is probably about 3/4 of the way full, I'm just gonna mix it just to make sure that stuff isn't like sitting on the bottom, and that everything is getting incorporated. And I can feel that it's really, even though I added all that water to it, it's getting thicker.
Now, will it continue to get thicker even as we let it sit?
Yes,
Okay.
it will. It will actually form like, it almost looks like strands of cotton, and it'll get pretty darn thick.
Okay. How long do we let it sit?
I would say at least 8 hours, about probably.
Okay.
Because just the whole process takes a long time. Just sitting up, you don't have to do too much to it. But I would every few hours come back and mix it so that you won't get, because you'll get a giant blob at the bottom if you don't mix it. And so I've had that happen to me before. And I like stick my hand in there, and it's kind of fun because it's kind of squishy.
Yeah.
But you don't really want that happening. So you could even take a stick blender, immersion blender, and mix it up that way too.
Yeah.
So we're just going to continue filling this up all the way.
What kind of container do you keep yours in after the 8 hours?
I actually keep mine in this because I have
the bucket?
I have a laundry room, so and I actually just keep it in the bucket and just keep my little scoop. Use about 1/3 of a cup per load. If you did 10 gallons, you would do 2/3 of a cup. But I thought to myself, why use so much water and just use half the amount?
Okay.
Just use half the amount of
So
water.
it's more concentrated.
More concentrated for. Yeah. So, but if you do find that your clothes are getting maybe crunchy a little bit, you may be using too much for your load. So just subtract a little bit. Maybe use only 1/4.
Okay.
Great. Any more questions?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching us make liquid laundry detergent, and I hope it saves you a lot of money, as it is going to be for the next few months. So, yeah, another question. How long does it usually last you, the 5-gallon bucket?
A really long time. I think the last time I made this was in the summer.
Yeah.
So at least 6 months, because there's only 2 of us.
And of course, depends on the size of your family. But.
Yeah, I mean, we do use a lot of laundry, but it usually lasts us at least 6 months. So think about this, only took, 15, 20 minutes maybe, the whole process. And it'll save you tons of money, and it doesn't, pretty darn simple.
Yeah. You want to talk about the ingredients, the price? Like the Fells Napta soap was $1.75, box of borax.
It's about $3 something.
Yeah, and so it's about the same for the washing soda. So.
And you don't use very much of it. So even though you buy it now and it costs a little bit more, over the long run, it will be so much cheaper.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching. It's been a great day today here making laundry detergent. So come back and watch our next tutorial. Thanks.